Welcome to the Conservative Homeless. I'm Don Poe. This is my co-host, Stonerdog. We're coming to you from Tent Studios located in your backyard. Okay, I really want to touch bases on something. They say it's an oxymoron that you can't be conservative and homeless. Well, I'm here to tell you that's not true. I'm living proof. I'm an entrepreneur. I'm for capitalism. Just because I don't work a regular 9 to 5 does not mean I don't aspire to own my own business. Isn't that truly the American dream? To own your own business? Well, I believe so. So, we're going to be bringing these segments where we study an array of topics that the homeless deal with on a daily basis. Now, there are different kinds of homeless. We are the normal homeless. We are not drug addicts, we are not alcoholics, and we are not mental patients. We see the world perfectly clear. Now, here's the most important part of this. We are naturally born United States citizens with Social Security cards. Now, I have quite the lineage that goes back pretty far. If you want to deal with heritage and stuff like that. My grandmother on my father's side was full-blooded Native American Blackfeet Indian. So it doesn't get much more American than that. Now, we're not going to study too much into history. We will deal with it from here to here. But for the most part, stay tuned. This is going to be quite the roller coaster ride because we've already traveled all around the United States, from small cities to major cities. And we've encountered and seen some of the most, appalling things, some of the more heartwarming things, and all in all, it's just life. But we would love for you to experience it with us. Star Nation Network, when one shines bright, we all shine bright. Before we get too far, I'd like for you to smash that like button, share button, subscribe, follow, whatever it may be on whatever platform you're watching this on, because it shows the algorithm, hey, they're doing something over there. They're spreading a message. This is a positive message. We're not going to sit here and just continuously beat a dead horse. We understand the homeless crisis in America needs dealt with. That's the proper terminology, dealt with. We don't have insane asylums any longer. That's one of the biggest problems. Where do you put mental patients when hospitals are already overcrowded? Ask yourself that. Not to mention, we've taken on a bunch of third world mental patients along with that don't even speak English. Now, that's quite an obstacle to deal with. Now, I am a humanitarian. I love people. I love all cultures. But I am a constitutionalist. I do have 1776 tattooed on my forehead for a reason. Because I believe in the Constitution and the Declaration of Independence. When this country was founded, I don't think ever were the forefathers thinking we would have foreign public leaders that speak foreign languages and have allegiance to foreign countries. Here's one of the most important things. Being an American isn't a nationality other than American. It isn't, I'm going to fly some other country's flag in protest of where I live. Then go to that country of origin with the flag you're waving. Literally, because in America, this is the melting pot. And when you get here, you become American. You become naturalized. In other words, you pledge your allegiance to America first and foremost. And for those of you who are born here in America and your parents were and so on and so forth, and maybe some people in your family were in the military, thank you. Thank you so much. My grandfather was also in the war. Both grandfathers. I don't think ever would a soldier that fought in World War II, and there's actually a clip of one, who has seen what America has become, thought that they're fighting to keep America free and the rest of the world would ever turn into this kind of freedom. It's not freedom to expose your genitalia walking in public in some sort of protest. That's lewd behavior. That is just not American. We don't do things like that. Now, would you have the occasional streaker during a major league event of some kind? Yeah, sure. That's enough where, oh, cover your eyes, little Jimmy. Don't look, Lisa. That type stuff, yeah. That's kind of American. You know, we have some nutballs and we have people that will express themselves in different ways. But when you have these organized protests where people are sitting in the streets blocking ambulances and people from going back and forth to work to be productive members of society. Another thing I need to key in here is that the conservative homeless, we don't get in the way of society. We just withdraw ourselves from it to the point where I want to obtain a different route to my prosperity. Now, I'm not going to work 9 to 5 just to pay a bill, just to stay in that one position forever. I would rather be this kind of free because I know the forefathers definitely meant for people to be able to use the land. There's so much land that's not being used. Conservative, homeless, they don't camp out right in front of buildings to take up people's space and to look bad and trashy and all that. And we're definitely not alcoholics or drug addicts. We just want to live our life on our terms, how we want to. And being that I'm a U.S. citizen, I have the right to do this. If I want to live like this, I can. As long as I'm not hurting anyone and I'm still a productive member of society because I'm bringing you messages like this. Each one, reach one, teach one. How do we get there one foot in front of the other? We don't just sit on our hands. We're productive. We're doing things. We're helping others in the community. I like to sit with the mentally challenged and pick their brain and see if there's something that I can help them with. Something I've seen or experienced in my life that may be able to pull them out of whatever position, predicament, or train of thought they're in to bring them back to reality. Because here in reality, your feelings are your feelings. Here in reality, it's just that, reality. You don't have to wake up in misery every day, no matter your circumstances. You can wake up and choose to be happy. That's emotional intelligence. When you feel them feelings coming on, you can always combat them with something else. Whenever there's misery, bring joy on. Whenever there's something sad, make laughter. It's not that difficult. Being a human can be challenging at times, but that's a process of living life, organic life. And when it's all said and done, look back on it and appreciate it because we are here. The conservative homeless. Just wanted to bring you a real quick rundown on what's going on. Now we're going to get out in the streets and interview some people, talk to some people. We got to get out here and see, is it Merry Christmas or Happy Holidays? Stay tuned to find out. One love.